The Department of Health and Human Services is pleased to offer this on-demand training. This video can be accessed anytime, anywhere, and on any device. This video will explain how to use the AV system in the VTC conference rooms. First, we'll look at an overview of the room. Then we'll learn how to begin a presentation, audio conference, web and video conference. We'll also learn how to use the cable TV and Blu-ray features. Finally, we'll cover some basic troubleshooting steps. Let's get started. There are several components that work together to form this AV system. At the front of the room, you will find a single, dual, or triple flat panel display. These displays can be used to share content from a connected laptop, as well as the cable TV, Blu-ray, and video conferencing sources. Some VTC rooms also have additional center displays, which help extend the viewing range of all video sources. The front HD camera will capture a full view of the room during VTC calls. Depending on which room you are in, there may also be another camera located in the rear. In the cabinet, you will find the Blu-ray player. The ceiling speakers will play all system audio. The room will be equipped with one of 5 microphone types. These include wireless, ceiling, table, handheld, and lapel microphones. The microphones will capture audio from all meeting participants during the audio and video calls. These microphones can also be used for voice elevation in the room. Located in the conference table, you will find one or more cable cubbies, which allow you to connect your device to the system. Some rooms also have additional cable connections in the lectern. Finally, the touch panel allows you to control all room features. Please note, this room does not contain any voice-activated technology. Users who need assistance operating the system should request support prior to entering the room. Sharing content with meeting participants is quick and easy. To get started, connect either the VGA or HDMI cable from one of the table cubbies or at the lectern. VGA carries video and audio in 2 separate cables, while HDMI sends video and audio in one cable. If using the VGA cable and you need to play sound from your device, remember to connect the audio cable to your laptop. Please note that HDMI is the preferred cable choice. Avoid connecting both the VGA and HDMI cable from a single table cubby. After connecting the appropriate cable to your laptop, access the touch panel. Next, select Presentation Sources from the menu options at the top. Some conference rooms have one table cubby, while others have more. All available inputs for the room will be listed as sources at the bottom of the touch panel. In rooms with a single table cubby and one display, simply select Laptop, then choose the display to which you would like to send the selected input. For rooms with multiple table cubbies, you will need to select the input where your device is connected. To identify the appropriate connection, simply read the label on the table cubby. Next, select the corresponding laptop button on the touch panel. Then choose the display to which you would like to send the selected input. In the room with dual displays, select left or right display, or both. This routing function allows you to duplicate one source on both displays or send separate sources to the right and left displays. Please note, in rooms with center displays, any source that you route to the left front display will be duplicated on the left center display. The same is true for the right front and center displays. To adjust audio levels from your connected device, use the up or down arrows under Program Audio or the buttons on the right side of the touch panel. You are now ready to begin your presentation. When selecting a video source to be viewed on the room displays, the system automatically routes the audio from the selected source to the room speakers. However, this default audio routing can be changed by simply selecting a different source and then pressing Room Audio. For example, if you wanted to view content from a laptop while listening to audio from the cable TV feed, first route the laptop source to the desired displays. Then select the cable TV source and press Room Audio. This will override the laptop audio and send the cable TV audio to the room speakers. This override can be performed for all available sources with audio. Before initiating an audio or video call, you will first need to set up the microphones. Please note that this only applies to rooms with wireless microphones. For rooms with ceiling and table mics, in order to initiate the mute function, access the touch panel and press Privacy in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. This action will mute the outgoing audio signal to video or phone participants, but you can still be heard in the room. Table microphones can also be muted and unmuted by simply pressing the button on the top of each mic. Now let's look at setup of the wireless microphones. To use a handheld microphone, simply move the switch to the on position. To mute or discontinue use of these mics, move the switch to the off position. For lapel microphones, first ensure that the mic element is connected to the transmitter. Then power on the mic via the button on the transmitter. Finally, attach the mic element to your shirt collar or lapel and clip the transmitter to your waist. When finished using the microphone, remember to power it off via the transmitter. The gooseneck wireless microphones are located on the charging base. When removing the mics from the base, remember to slide each microphone out in a forward horizontal motion, as opposed to lifting it upwards. In most rooms, after removing a microphone, the indicator light at the base will turn green, signaling that the microphone is unmuted. If this does not happen after removing the mic, simply press the push button to unmute the microphone. When finished using the microphone, please return each mic in the correct order per the label in the charging base. Simply align the charging port with the prong on the charger, then slide backwards until the indicator light is no longer illuminated. Initiating an audio call is quick and easy. To get started, first access the touch panel. If the touch panel is asleep, simply touch the screen to wake it. Next, select Audio Conferencing. You will then see the dialing screen. Use the keypad to enter the phone number or extension you wish to call. Remember to dial a 9 to reach an outside line. Use the backspace button to fix any mistakes while dialing. After entering the dialing information, press Call to begin your conference. Once your call is connected, you can use the volume control under Incoming Phone Volume to adjust the audio level. Press the up arrow to increase the volume or the down arrow to decrease it. To mute the microphones, press the Privacy button. This will mute all in-room microphones, preventing any audio from leaving the room. To unmute the microphones, simply select this button again. Pressing Speaker Mute will silence the incoming audio of your call. When you are finished with your conference, press End to disconnect. To get started with a video call, access the touch panel and select Video Conferencing. You will then see the VTC dialing screen. Use the keypad to enter the IP address of the location you would like to call. If you need to enter alphanumeric dialing information, select Keyboard. After entering the dialing information, select Call to begin your video conference. Once your call is connected, you can use the volume control under Incoming VTC Volume to adjust the audio level. Press the up arrow to increase the volume or the down arrow to decrease it. To mute the microphones, press Privacy. To unmute the microphones, simply select this button again. Pressing Speaker Mute will silence the incoming audio of your call. When you are finished with your conference, press End to disconnect. To add another participant to your video call, select Add Call. Next, enter the contact information and press Call. Once the call is connected, the new party will be automatically added to your video conference. You can add up to 3 separate locations to your video call. To adjust the angles of the camera in your room, press the front or rear camera button. To control the camera of the remote participants, press Far Camera. Next, press the left and right arrow buttons to adjust the pan, or the up and down arrow buttons to adjust the tilt of the camera. You can also zoom out by pressing the minus button, or zoom in with the plus button. To toggle on or off the view of your room, press Self View. To choose from a list of saved camera positions, select preset 1 through 5. To store a camera preset, first move the camera into the desired position, then press and hold one of the preset options for 5 seconds. If you wish to share media with the remote participants, first, ensure that you have connected the VGA or HDMI cable to your device. Then, select the source you would like to share from the options on the right side of the VTC screen. To start sharing, select Start Sending. And to stop sending content with the remote participants, select Stop Sending. Web conferencing apps such as Adobe Connect, Skype for Business, and WebEx provide a great means for video collaboration with remote participants. These powerful communication tools can now be brought into the conference room for larger groups. To get started, you will first need to connect the VGA or HDMI cable from one of the table inputs to your laptop. This will allow you to see the remote participants of your web conference on the display in the room. Next, connect the USB cable to a USB port on your device. Please note that if you are in a room with more than one cable cubby, only one of these locations will contain the USB cable. Then access the touch panel and select Web Conference. Then select Input to Laptop. This will allow the web conferencing app to use the room camera for your call. Before this can happen, you must tell the system which camera you wish to use. To do this, select Front or Rear Camera and then press AV Bridge. Finally, select the corresponding input where your laptop is connected. And then press Left Display, Right Display, or both. Once this process is complete, open the web conferencing app you wish to use. You are now free to continue with your web conference as you would normally from your desk. If the remote participants are unable to see your video, you may need to access the Settings menu for the web conferencing app and ensure the AV Bridge is selected as the default camera. To begin watching cable TV, access the touch panel and select Presentation Sources. Then select Cable TV from the source options at the bottom. Next, select the display to which you would like to send the cable TV source, the left or right display, or both. To access the cable TV controls, press the square icon in the lower left-hand corner of the display button. You can then use the keypad to manually enter a specific channel. The up and down arrow allows you to scroll through the channel options. To close the cable TV controls, press the X in the upper right-hand corner. To adjust audio levels, use the up or down arrows under the program audio, or the buttons on the right side of the touch panel. To begin watching a Blu-ray or DVD disc, you will first need to access the Blu-ray player located in the cabinet. Next, press the Open/Close button on the Blu-ray player to insert your disc. Press this button again to close the disc tray. You will then need to access the touch panel and select Presentation Sources from the menu options at the top. Then select Blu-ray from the source options at the bottom. Next, select the display to which you would like to send the Blu-ray content, the left or right display, or both. To access the Blu-ray controls, press the square icon in the lower left-hand corner of the display button. You can then use the on-screen buttons to control the disc as you would with a normal DVD remote. These options include play, stop, pause, rewind, fast forward, and next scene. Use the directional pad to navigate any disc menus and the center button to make selection. To close the Blu-ray controls, press the X in the upper right-hand corner. To adjust audio levels, use the up or down arrows under Program Audio or the buttons on the right side of the touch panel. You've connected your device and selected the appropriate buttons on the touch panel, but you don't see an image on the display. Let's do some troubleshooting. First, ensure that the video cable is securely attached to your laptop. Still no image? If not, check the display settings on your laptop. To do this, press the Windows key plus the P key. You will then need to make sure that Duplicate, Extend, or Projector Only is selected. Now let's do some audio troubleshooting. Have you connected your device via the HDMI cable and you don't hear any audio playing through the room speakers? If so, first check to make sure that the volume on your device is not turned down or muted. If there is still no audio, you will need to ensure that your laptop has selected the display as the default audio device. To do this, simply right-click on the sound icon in your taskbar and select Playback Devices. Next, look at the device named Crestron. Select it, and then click Set Default. Your audio issue should now be resolved. When you are finished using the room, remember to power down the system. To do this, simply select Power icon in the lower left-hand corner of the touch panel. To continue with system shutdown, select Yes, Power Off. To abort the shutdown, press No, Cancel. Should you need additional assistance, please contact your local Optiv technical support. Thank you for watching this on-demand training. Have a great meeting.